Hello and welcome to Nowhere. My name is Trish and I'm the creator behind Nowhere Novelties. Just like last episode where we created that infinity rainbow burst template, this week we're going to be creating an infinity curve or an infinity wave. Happy Fox Supply Company has these templates on her website. They are so easy to use and put together, and I'm super excited to show this one to you. I call this one my spooky Scully infinity wave tumbler. And if you get up nice and close, you can see there's even a fall theme or Halloween design up here in the top as well. If you're ready, let's strap in and shoot for the stars. So I'm starting out with a 20-ounce skinny straight tumbler base painted Bordeaux from Pop of Color Paints. I'm going to be doing the Tacket Method with Girl Talk from PG Olive Glitters. This is a purple and blue custom mix. I did not dilute my Tacket for this cup. I did a generous coat of Tacket with a sponge brush and just trying to get the Tacket as smooth as possible. You don't want any significant lines because that does show up when you burnish down the glitter. I'll admit that I'm not quite sure if the chalk paints are compatible with Tacket. It did react like really weird. This is the first time that I've ever had Tacket like not spread well on the tumbler, so I don't know if it was the chalk paint or what, but it did end up working out in the long run. So I got this layer of Tacket on here as smooth as I could. I hit my Tacket with a heat gun. The Tacket will turn from white to clear, but the cup will still be tacky. That's what you want. I did a second layer just to ensure good coverage, and we're ready to glitter. I'm using my shaker bottle to apply my glitter because you really don't need like a heavy coat. You just need one layer of glitter to adhere to the Tacket so that you can burnish it down. I personally like to burnish my glitter down with a gloved hand. I don't like the feeling of the glitter on like my hand, and plus it does not come off. So I grab a glove and all you do is just rub as hard as you can and basically flatten that glitter down. With a holographic glitter, you'll see like a cool color shift, which is what I was hoping this glitter would do. Like it would color shift between purple and blue. It didn't, but I did love the end result. This is after a single coat of epoxy, and we're ready to get started with our decals. So again, this is a template from Happy Fox Supply Company. It will be linked down in the description box. The printed vinyl for the bottom portion of the cup is from a different supplier, so I'll also have that linked. The template includes the top section with all of the like weeded images, the 3 stripes and the pinstripes for the center section, and then an image that you can either print on vinyl or do a water slide. So I basically just took that bottom section away and used the printed vinyl that I wanted to use instead. So I'm just laying my vinyl pieces in sequence one at a time. So for the pinstriping, I laid the wave stripe first and then went back in to put the pinstripe over, overlaying the 2 pieces of vinyl where they matched up. I thought that was the easiest way to do it. That way you're not like putting the pinstripe on first and then trying to line up the wave without covering up the pinstripe, if that makes sense. I had it in my head that I wanted purple on the top section of the design, so I incorporated the blue, orange, and pink of the printed vinyl design into the waves. Now, hindsight is 2020. I realized that the purple vinyl is super subtle against the purple base of the cup. I thought it would stand out because the base color, the glitter color, has a lot of blue in it as well, but I was wrong. It was a little more subtle than I would have wanted, but I do actually really like the look of it. You got to get up real close in order to see all of the cool, intricate details of that top section. In case you were wondering, all of these seams are at the exact same spot on the cup. I have like one specific spot where all of the seams line up on the back of the cup, but once it's epoxied, you really can't see the seam at all. This really is an infinite design. So with the pinstripes, Happy Fox Supply Company, I follow her on TikTok. She adds a pinstripe to the top and bottom edges of her cup, and I think that looks really classy and clean. So I did add the pinstripe to the very bottom of this cup, and at the very end you'll see me add it to the very top as well. But right now I'm going to switch over and apply the intricate design to the top. Ultimately, in order to get this thing lined up perfectly, I cut the backing paper along that bottom curve so that I could see where the design lined up with the other waves. I was trying to do it without like cutting the backing paper, and it just was not working out in my favor. So cutting off the backing paper towards the bottom and getting the actual like wave to line up ended up working out really well. Be very patient in laying this design. It has a lot of teeny tiny little details, so you want to make sure you don't like rip up your vinyl design or leave any pieces of the detail behind like I did here. The moths in this design have tiny little scully faces, so I had to transfer those back over so that they were complete. Then I did trim off all of the excess little pieces towards the top of the cup. The design was like a little too tall for my tumbler. I did size it properly, but I guess just in like laying all of the designs, all of the vinyl pieces kind of stacked on top of one another. So there were a few little straggler pieces above the top rim that I had to trim off. And then my last step was to add the last two pinstripe pieces, the very top pinstripe along the top edge of the cup first. And then I had to add the last wave pinstripe to make the top intricate detail and the pink wave have that separation. Despite the vinyl application being a little tedious and taking a little bit of time, this cup is actually finished after this step. So I did 2 final coats of epoxy here after this to make sure all of the pinstripes were locked in, and she's so cute. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'm here to help. Hope to see you guys real soon. Bye now.